No, we're not all professional here. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a game called Joe Danger. Have you heard of that?
Joe Danger. Yeah, I've heard of it. I'm not too familiar with it, but I have heard the name.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. So that's what we're talking about now, and I'm gonna click it. Here we go. So Joe Danger returns. What am I talking about? Well, Joe Danger is a game that was on uh, the iOS. It started off as a series on the original Xbox. It's basically a stuntman driving a motorcycle, doing
Mm-hmm.
wacky stunts, collecting coins, getting scores. Eventually, they had a version called Joe Danger Infinity. It was released in 2014, but the iOS has updated, and the game was no longer compatible with iOS devices. Um, the developers are the same developers behind what the hell is this? It's Hello Games, which is behind what are we talking about here? No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so they kind of left the game. They forgot about it. They didn't really pay attention. But Sean Murray, the head of Hello Games, had received a letter from a father. He had reached out to him because his son loved the game, loved the iOS game. Son has autism, and he said that basically that game was one of the only things that the kid really liked. It helped calm him down. It helped being used as sort of a reward so he could, concentrate on school or, being quiet on the bus or whatever. It helped him get through his life. Um, I'm going to read the letter here, and we're going to see because Sean Murray did post it on Twitter. It says, "Hello, my name is blanked out. I am blank from blank, and I'm writing this letter on behalf of my son, Jack. Jack is 8 years old, is about the sweetest kid on the planet, and has been diagnosed with autism. As you probably know, children with autism deal with a great many struggles. Chief among them are great difficulty with social interactions. However, one of the things that has enabled Jack and I to bond is our shared love of video games, specifically Joe Danger. Jack loves Joe. He loves everything about him. He has a collection of toy motorcycles that are his Joe Dangers. Every motorcycle we see on the street is Joe Danger. One of the first things I hear every day when I walk in the door after a long day at work is, "Come on, Daddy, let's go play Joe Danger." Just being able to say that sentence is a massive deal for a child with autism. Joe Danger has allowed Jack to interact and have fun with friends and family alike, whether it's racing against each other, Team Nasty, or just unplugging for a bit and getting some. Hold on, got cut off. Damn Twitter. Oh, unplugging. What was it? Unplugging for a bit and getting some huge air. In short, playing with Joe has allowed Jack to experience normal kid stuff. As a parent, it's hard to put into words the feeling I got seeing the pure joy in Jack's face Joe Danger brings, knowing the other struggles he experiences every day. But I can assure you, the feeling is a good one. Now, this is the part where I ask for help. Not only has Joe Danger helped Jack with friends, but it has become an important coping mechanism for him. The iPhone version of Joe Danger has become a reward for Jack getting through situations that those not on the spectrum take for granted. Sitting in a loud restaurant, walking into a crowded room, sitting through classwork can all be significantly stressful, and I am definitely that parent who says, "Get through this and you can have the phone for a bit." But I don't care, it helps him. There have been times too numerous to count where I know Jack is uneasy with a given situation because he will just look at me and say, "Then I get Joe Danger." It's his way of saying, "This is going to suck for me for a bit, but I know I can get through it." And he does. And Joe Danger helps him do it. The problem is that ever since iOS updated a while back, Joe Danger hasn't worked with the new versions, and one isn't even able to find it on the App Store anymore. As children with autism have difficulty with change, any other version just won't do. The App Store, rather casually, I must admit, uh, suggests contacting the developers to update the app to get it to work, as if that were something that was done every day. But Jack asked me to do it for him, so here I am. I don't even know if it's even something that would be possible, or if possible, how much time and effort would have to be put into getting Joe back up and running and riding with the newest version of iOS. But it would mean the world to at least one little boy. And if it doesn't pull at your heartstrings enough, think of all the positive press. If that doesn't work, I'm sure there is some money to be made by getting Joe Danger back on the App Store. I figured appealing to both sentiment and cynicism would effectively hedge my bets. Anyway, if nothing else, I want to thank you and your team for the endless hours of entertainment and joy that you have provided my son, and for all the times you've helped me and Jack be able to forget about difficulties, therapy appointments, doctor visits, and all the rest for a bit and just let him be a kid. I can honestly say it has made a difference in his life. Helping children with disabilities may not be something that you realize you would be doing when you made Joe Danger all those years ago, but it's something that you do, and I'm grateful for it. And that was the letter sent to Sean Murray, the developer, the head developer of Hello Games, and um, he actually did it. He remastered with
Hmm.
improved visuals, high frame rate, ProMotion, and gamepad support. Joe Danger back on iOS, available to be played by all the little boys and girls, all the little jacks in the world. And I think that's something that we don't get a lot. We don't see a lot of. We don't see a lot of people just doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And I think that
Hmm.
Hello Game, Sean Murray should get a good round of kudos, pat on the back, whatever you want to call it, for doing it. And I think that highlighting it, I mean, we're just a little small channel here, but I think everybody who can should be highlighting this because it is a special story. I got a little tear in my eye. I'm not uh, joking, uh, because it is something that we do take for granted. People who don't have autism or children with autism or relatives with autism, we don't understand the struggles that they go through, and it is struggles. Just simple, everyday things, and so it's nice to hear that this child got his coping mechanism back. And what do you think about this, guys? Gary, blinded somebody.
Yeah, I think it was a really good story, and it kind of shows that So I think people take people are cynical, right? Especially when it comes to developers that they don't care about the games that they're making; they just want to make a profit. But I think it could be both ways. You know what I mean? Like you care about the community and or people Jack, right? That just like the game because it brings some type of joy to them, right? Or it's something that they kind of learn to help navigate through the world, right? And I just see that some of these developers don't really think that way. They're just putting out a product, and I think you have to think more, than just a product. It's an art form. It's a piece of entertainment that's actually could potentially change someone's life like this. So I think this is a really good story, and I'm glad you put it out there because I didn't even see this, right? So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and I think to what I was saying earlier, you might not have heard it if you weren't here live. But I was saying earlier to Atomic Age Gamer, we don't realize when we put things out, when we create things and we throw them out into the world, we might not get a lot of views. We might get a whole bunch of views, but we don't realize how it might mean to somebody. It might be something really special to somebody. Um,
Hmm.
you might make a game that only 10 people play, but you know what? Those 10 people might love it so much. It might be the most special game to them. And I think that's what's really important. I mean, Joe Danger, it's not a really big thing. Not a lot of people heard of the game. It was something that came and went, but it meant something. It meant the world to this one kid and his father. And I think it's great that they went ahead and put it back on iOS. They fixed it up, made it run a little bit smoother, and got him back his game because at the end of the day, that's what we creators want. That's what creators are looking to do, beyond all the cynicism, beyond the fame and the money. Uh, you want to
Hmm.
bring joy to people, right? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make you happy.
Yeah, why
That's
why else are you creating something? You know what I mean?
yeah. So you know, I think it is a like I said, a good story. It's a thing that we should appreciate, and I wish there was more news like that. More uplifting stories. Um, Wiley here says, "I am autistic and also have TS. Being immersed in gaming and music helps with coping with life. I'm not good in social situations, and sometimes I say random things on the internet." Uh, we appreciate you sharing with us, Wiley. You're one of the good ones. I do talk to Wiley on occasion off stream. Um, he's a really good guy. So don't give him a hard time. Um,
Yeah.
and that does kind of, I don't want to veer off topic too much, but sometimes we take for granted that everybody is normal, quote unquote. Um, I'm not saying that you have autism, you're not normal, but you know what I mean. I'm saying, some of us are different. Some of us are built differently. And we take that for granted because we just see an avatar and writing on a YouTube comment. And we don't realize, maybe that person might have some sort of difficulty, whether it's mental, physical, emotional. And we take it for granted and we kind of don't really stop and think before we write a comment back, or we're rude to them, or we think they're being rude to us. So we really, we got to kind of spread the joy, spread the love, and, just have fun. We're here to have fun. The internet is about having fun. It's not about attacking people, tearing people down. That's my after school special moment for the day. No call, typical versus atypical. But I think even that, I mean, I don't want to get on the whole like naming conventions and like, because typical sounds like normal. And, I know some people get upset and some people don't. And I don't really want to get into that argument. I just think that you just treat everybody good. We should always assume people have good intentions. We should always assume that people are not being rude, even if it looks rude. Because words sometimes look rude when you type them out. Don't take it as being rude. Be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. We all got to share this planet, and I think that's it. I think we've got as sappy as we're going to get on this show, considering the kind of things I say. But I digress.